It was Martin Luther King Jr. who warned us to never succumb to the temptation of bitterness. And temptation it is. Sometimes it almost feels good to feel bitter. Kind of like pushing at that sore tooth, But at the root of bitterness, like that tooth, it's something that's not quite right. The Bible says that we should see to it that no root of bitterness springs up and causes trouble in your life. Roots of bitterness come from seeds of bitterness and bear fruits of bitterness. When the fruit of bitterness is left to grow, it spreads like a creeping vine and eventually takes over and covers everything else. A while back, we planted a vine like years ago on a kind of ugly wall in our backyard. My wife started by just planting one or two little plants underneath the wall. We watched them slowly, and I mean slowly, like watching grass grow slowly, climb its way up inch by inch by inch. The wall is about 5.5 feet tall, and I remember looking up one day, months later, and being shocked that the vine had actually reached the top. Like, wow, impressive. Even more impressive was when I looked up a couple of years later, and the vine had not only reached the top, but it had spread out sideways almost 100 feet. Just a couple of weeks ago, we decided to take down that vine and stucco the wall. And boy, oh boy, was that tougher than it sounds. I had my 2 boys out in the backyard cutting, sawing, trimming, and trying to take that thing down for days. They got most of it except for some little tendrils of branches and the roots. The roots had gone down so deep in the years since that we planted it that it became a serious contest of wills. They finally got it out, but it wasn't easy. Here's the thing. We didn't do anything after we planted it. We didn't water it, didn't fertilize it, didn't nurture it. We just left it alone, and it grew on its own. Bitterness does the same thing. Once it's planted, it'll take over and take off. One author says that if you're betrayed, release disappointment at once. By that way, he says, the bitterness has no time to take root. Bitterness is sometimes caused by people disappointing us, even betraying us. It sometimes springs from lost hopes and dreams or unmet expectations. In marriages, bitterness is one of the deadliest silent killers when it's allowed to root. The Bible in Ephesians says that we are to get rid of all bitterness, rage, anger, brawling, and slander, along with every form of malice. Be kind and compassionate to one another, the Bible says, forgiving each other, just as in Christ God forgave you. So don't let it root and don't let it fruit. Get good at recognizing what the seed of bitterness looks like and feels like in your heart. Recognize it and get rid of it. Instead, let your life be filled with the grace and compassion of Jesus.